Excellent. We are live. What's up, everyone? We are in here this evening. What's going on, good people? What's going on? It is 6 p.m. Man, we are live. We are getting this thing going. Looking forward to an incredible evening tonight for sure. So as you're coming in tonight, I hope you are excited about growing. I hope you're excited about growing. I'm really excited, very passionate about this topic. And hey, as you're coming in, drop your name in. Say what's up as you're coming in. We want to make sure that we got a few things behind the scenes, super clean and super good, as it pertains to the video and the audio, all that good stuff. And so come in, say what's up, and let's make sure you all can hear and see things okay. Let's just make sure that we are good. What's up, everyone? Drop your name. Drop your name. Come on in. Come on in. Really excited about tonight. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to get into some financial aspects of our life. We're going to get into investments tonight. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself in a minute and get some things going. But yeah, come on in, say what's up as you're coming in, so I can make sure that we are good. Really, man, passionate about this topic. Man, are y'all excited? Let me know in the chat. Are y'all excited about tonight? And also, can you hear and see me okay? I want to make sure the audio is good, the video is good. First time actually doing this setup in this way. So let me know if you can hear and see me okay. Just want to make sure that we are good. We are good. We're going to get this thing going promptly tonight. Listen, also, if you want to invite somebody into this, you want to see some people grow financially, I would highly encourage you to share this link with some friends. All right. See, loud and clear, excited, sounds and looks good, super crispy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Man, I'm an advocate of doing things in excellent. If you're gonna do it, go forward. Start with what you have and go forward. So we're gonna improve over time and get this thing going. All right. So listen, it's 6:02. I don't believe in fluff. I believe that we should get into this thing and get some interesting things going. I want this to be very conversational tonight. I have some things that I'm going to share with you, and I want to get your questions, your feedback, because at the end of the day, what matters the most to me is that you get the information that you need so that you can build an income, grow an income, and provide for your future. Right. And so that's what absolutely means the most. All right. Before we get started, I'm going to say at the very, very top, help your boy out majorly. Listen, hit that like button right here, right now. Hit the like button on the video. And also, if you haven't already, why would you not? Go ahead and subscribe. And if you don't know me, I'm going to give you a reason to subscribe in a few minutes here. But go ahead and hit that like button anyway. Let's get the video rolling, all that good stuff, and make sure you subscribe. All right. Listen, no delay. Let's get right into this thing tonight. Let me give you a major disclaimer here off the top. All right. Listen to this. All right. Listen, my name is Alex Brown. I have been investing for years and years. Actually, it's been for me over a while, over 12 years of investing. But let me be clear, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a C. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a certified public accountant. All right. And so the information I'm going to share tonight is for educational and informational purposes only. That means make sure that you always do your own research. Make sure you always, I don't care who it is, fact check people who are talking about finances. I'm going to actually show you some ways to do your own research. And so the things that I'm going to share tonight are things that I've actually done. If I have not done it, I will not talk about it. And so I wanted to make sure I said that off the top so we were all on the same page. If that makes sense to you, give me a let's get it in the chat. If you're all in, let's do this. Let's get a let's get it in the chat. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So here we go. So disclaimer is out the way. Let's get into this right here off the top. Why invest? Right. The reality is that we hear all the time people talking about different investment vehicles, right? You have stocks, you hear about bonds, you hear about forex, you hear about uh cryptocurrency, you hear about so many ways, real estate, there's so businesses, there's so many different ways to invest. And so let's be honest and keep it real, me in the chat. Most people who invest are investing because they want to see an income. If that makes sense, you talk to me in the chat. You're investing because you want to see an income. You want to see a return on the funds that you are putting into the market. And so here's the amazing thing about the stock market in particular, which is our focus for tonight, is that when you put money into the stock market, when you invest and invest well, you're saying this, that I want to provide for my now, and even greater than that, I want to put money into a vehicle that can pay me continuously in the future, right? That's really what we're after. And so with that, the stock market, let's keep it very, very simple. I don't believe in overcomplicating things. The stock market is imagine this, it's a market of stocks. It's a market of buyers and sellers, which means it's people who are looking to purchase and people who are looking to sell. Is much like you'll have been to like a flea market or online shopping or whatever. You need both buyers and sellers to have a market. That makes sense? You have a market, right? Of buyers and sellers, of supply and demand. Somebody has to be willing to get rid of it or sell it, and somebody has to be willing to buy it. Hear me clearly off the top. Please write this down, make note of it. Never invest in something that you do not understand. I want to be clear with that, right? Never invest in something that you do not understand, right? You would not operate a vehicle if you did not know how to drive that vehicle. Why? It would cause accidents. Financial world is so similar to that. Never invest in something you don't understand. If someone is trying to talk over your head, make sure they slow down and break it down for you. If you don't understand, I can't say it enough. If you don't understand it, why invest in it? Right? So I want to make sure I got that clearly off the top. All right. All right. Very, very clear there. Now, check this out. Number 2, right? There is a big difference. If y'all have questions as you are having questions, listen, drop them in the chat. Here it's going to be very foundational tonight. But I want to make sure I answer your questions. Okay. Now, when it comes to the stock market, think like this. You have investors and you also have traders. Okay. You have investors and you have traders. What does this mean? Is that when I first started, I was and still am primarily an investor. What that means is I believe in purchasing assets in the stock market that work for myself and my family while I'm working, sleeping, whatever. All right. So here's why that's so important, because when you invest, you are buying, this is clearly, you are buying shares in a company. How many of you, I know we are on different places here. We're going to get to know each other more over time, but how many of you know what it means to have shares in a company? All right. And just put it in the chat if you know a little bit about that. Shares in a company means ownership. That when you are putting money into that stock, or in a minute, you're going to hear about ETF or index funds, you're buying shares of a company, or you're buying ownership in a company. That's really, really key, right? And so we can be investors in companies that are profitable, which means when they make money, what happens? We make money. That makes sense. The principle is very clear and very simple. But here's where people don't talk about enough, right? And talk to me in the chat if this makes sense so far. A big question. Let's get into it. I don't want to lose my money. Let's be honest. If you ever thought that before, drop it in the chat. I hear about investing, I hear about stocks or whatever, but I don't want to lose my money. Like, I keep hearing these horror stories where someone put their money in the stock market and what happened? They woke up the next day, the next week, the next year, or whatever, and their money was gone. And I'm not trying to hear that. Maybe you were someone who put money into the stock market and you were like, I want to, but I keep hearing about people losing their money. So I'm not really about that market stuff. It's too risky. Talk to me. It's too risky. Listen to me. I know some of us are just meeting for the first time in this way, but your boy gonna help you out right here. All right. Anytime you make an investment, you are going to take some type of risk. So what you want to do is you want to make sure the odds are stacked in your favor with the right type of investments. Because here's a reality, and you like this, talk to me in the chat. Many of the things that we may have invested in or others told us to invest in, we heard about it at work. It was on some media outlet. Somebody talked about it on Twitter or whatever, and you heard about it, you put your money into it, and you thought it was a get rich quick type thing. You put in 100 and make 10,000 next week. Talk to me. Is that honest? You put in 200 and you make 50K. Like, we hear this kind of stuff all the time, and we put money into it, and we're like, why didn't it work for me? It's a scam. It doesn't work. I'm done. Whatever. Right? Because we treat it like it's a gambling scenario. But nah, in this community, I'm gonna teach us how to invest and how to do it well. If this makes sense so far, man, talk to me in the chat. So far, so good. So far, so good. Just laying the foundation. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Right? And so let's get into it even further. Investor, trader. An investor is somebody I just shared. You're buying shares of companies. You are patient. You are investing for the longer term. What do I mean by that? 5, 10, 15, 25 plus years. You are putting in money and letting that money stack up for you and work, right? The other side of it is this. You hear about people who are traders. What is that? Day traders, swing traders. What does that mean? Day traders are people who buy and sell an asset, a stock, Bitcoin, whatever it is. They buy and sell it in the same day, trying to turn a profit by trading that asset. I want to make sure we're good because people hear this all the time. You see it online. People driving the Lamborghinis, buying new houses. Hey, I turned $1,000 into 100K in 2 hours. You're like, yo, how are they doing that? Right? You hear about these scenarios. In fact, let's do this real quick before I go deeper into that. Of those of you who are watching tonight, how many of you currently invest money into the stock market? Talk to me in the chat. I want to make sure, like if you are here, you're here and you're already investing, let me know. If you are considering it, obviously you're here for a reason, let me know. If you've never put $1 into it, all this is brand new to you, talk to me in the chat. I need to know kind of where we are to make sure that I can make sure that we're growing properly here, right? Right. That's good. Okay, that's cool. I'm seeing 401k. That's good. Let's go. Okay. I get it. 401k. An investor through my job. Got it. Absolutely. And so keep those comments coming. So understand this is that when you're someone who is investing through your job, your 401k plan, if you are a teacher or a nonprofit, you have different organizations like a 403b type plan. I see a little investment I did through Cash App. Yep. Okay, I got it. All right. So yes, we can use some of these vehicles. I want to make sure I get us on some reputable platforms as well. Yep. I like it. Cool. That's cool. I like it. I like it. So obviously, when you look at, let's say, a statement, right? Investor trader, remember that, right? Some of you are investors already, right? Um, I like it. JB, I like it. Yo, don't forget to hit that if you haven't already, for sure, that thumbs up button. Make sure you do that. Absolutely. I like it. I like it. Make sure you do that. Hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. We good? Absolutely, man. I'm seeing it. I'm looking at it, make sure y'all can still, yep, hear and see you all good. We're all good. Let me make sure this thing is good here, y'all. I'm getting a little feedback on my end. Make sure y'all are good on y'all end. All right. How's that? We all good still? Hearing and seeing okay? I want to make sure we're good there. Yes, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button, all right? Bet. Absolutely. Let's get into it even more. All right. So when you are dealing with a 401k plan, you're putting money into it, right? And also you are expecting them to add a company match, right? And so the concern can be this, is that we're putting money into vehicles, but we really don't know what to look at. We don't really understand it, right? And so hear me here, man. I don't want to mispronounce any names, but I'm telling you, last name is Jester. Yo, I appreciate you coming through strong tonight. I big time appreciate it for sure. Keep them comments flowing. I like it. So when you look at, I'm gonna give y'all a quick breakdown. When you look at statements, right? Your 401k. In fact, do this tomorrow, do it tonight, whenever. Do this. When you look at your statement, here's what you are going to see. You're going to see something that says like symbol or ticker, and it's going to have like some different letters. All that is describing to you the name of what you are investing, right? For example, let's say a company like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, etc. They all have a stock market name. Tesla is TSLA. Microsoft is MSFT. Apple is AAPL, etc. Right? And so you're going to see that. Now, here's what I want you all to do. Keep it simple for now. Look at the symbol or the ticker. Go to the right. This is clear. Look at the 5-year, 10-year. If there's a 20-year and if there's an all, I want you to go and look at how that investment has performed over time. Okay. Somebody put you in that investment, right? In your plan. What you want to make sure of is that the thing you are investing in has solid returns over time. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Obviously, there is an age factor, how long you plan on being how long you are going to be investing. All of that plays obviously a role. You want to make sure that you're not in something that started last year and you can have all of your funds wrapped up in it, hoping that it goes to the moon. No, we don't have time for that. That's how people lose money, right? And these fly-by-night companies came out of nowhere, and now we put all this money into it, hoping to get rich quick. No. That's not investing. That's gambling. That's gambling. Okay. So that's absolutely good. So make sure that the 5-year, 10-year, 20-year, all time is solid. So the question is, what's solid? Say is getting, 10 to 12% each year or annually. It's a solid return, right? It's a solid return. Is it this huge, enormous amount? No, over time it is, right? You want to make sure that it's getting solid returns. If you look at it and it's giving you 1%, and it averages 1% over the past 15, 20, 25 years, you may need to go to your financial advisor or your HR department and ask some questions. You want to know, what in the world is going on here? Somebody talk to me. I have some questions, right? And so that's your homework. I need for you to go and look that up. Look up the name and look up the performance of that over again 5, 10, 15, 20 all time. Look at that to make sure that you are good in that investment. All right. Makes sense? Listen, we're 20 minutes in. Go ahead right here, pause, drop some questions in the chat. Drop them in. I want to make sure that you are getting your questions answered tonight. 1% return, need to run away. Yes, run away quickly. Something is not right, right? And so make sure, drop some questions in the chat. Let me know questions you have before I continue to go forward. Drop them in. I'm gonna make sure I'm looking at them. I'm seeing them, all that good stuff as well. All right. I want to make sure I get some practical things going here. Somebody is asking and will ask, hey, and this is a key question. How much money do I need to get started? How many of you want to know that? How much do I need to get started? How much money do I need to invest to get started? Right? I hear that all the time. I know it's gonna come up in the chat. We're good. I want you to hear me. Listen, y'all lock in, right? I want you to hear me very clearly here. Different platforms. I say platforms. I want to make sure you understand this. You all have heard about I was 10 minutes late. What's a good Edwards? I got you. Last name Edwards, I got you. No problem. Glad you're here. Right? So here are some reputable platforms as of today. It's a company by the name of TD Ameritrade. They actually have currently transferred under the name Charles Schwab now. But you can look them up, TD Ameritrade. They're currently, again, they've transferred under Charles Schwab. That's a company. You may have heard of Fidelity Investments. Many of these companies, if you go to their website, it's going to have on their like minimum investment amount, right? Also, there are other platforms that are super simple to use, right? How many of you have heard of platforms like a Robinhood, for example, right? Simple to use, user interface. And the thing about it is that many of these platforms, you can put any amount into it. Okay. 50, 100, 150, whatever it is that you want to start with. Now, here's going to be, I would share this. This is very, very key. Please do not miss this part. Okay. Do not put all of your money into any vehicle at one time. I'm going to say this again. This is not financial advice. This is me giving you a very strong opinion. I'm giving you all what has worked for me for the last 12 to 15 years and provided a very nice returns. Do not put all of your money into don't dump 10K tomorrow because you heard some stock is about to blow up. I'm telling you, listen, look me in my eyes right here. Don't do it. They have this concept. You all may have heard of it before. It's like DCA is the acronym. Dollar cost averaging. That means you put in a little bit over time. Let me explain to us why that's so important. Because the stock market, it goes up and down, right? It moves sideways, right? When you put in money consistently into reputable companies, right, over time, you're able to buy that at different prices. And how that works is, I'm gonna break it down even simpler for us, is that say you're buying this investment and right now it's priced at $100. Check it out. Then it dips down and it goes to $75. Hear me here, my investors. We don't panic. We get excited. Why do we get excited? We get excited because we understand that I want to buy investments when they go on discount. I want to buy companies that I love. I want to buy them when they go on discount because it may be at 100 here in 2 weeks, 75. A month from now, it's up to 150. And so what happens is when you buy it incrementally over time, you're buying it at different prices. But when you do it efficiently, what happens is you're building a sizable position in that investment. And over time, you should lower your average so that as it continues to move up, you have a sizable investment in that company and you can maximize as it continues to move up. Remember, we're not into this for the quick gains. I want to be in and out in 2 months. I want to be in and out in 6 days, right? If you're trading, it's a whole different subject. But if we're investing, we're saying we want to put money into this for the long term, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I want my kids to eat off of this. I want my grandkids to eat off of this. So that's so important. You can make decisions now that your kids can eat off of if you do it properly. If that makes sense, talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. All right? Talk to me in the chat. And don't forget, and drop them questions in. Absolutely. Drop them in. Drop them in. Right? And so yeah, I'm loving it. Listen, y'all on it tonight. Our very first time doing this, and I'm loving the comments, right? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Check this out right here. My man Q is on it. How do I know a company is good to invest in at the beginning stages? Phenomenal question. How do I know a company is good to invest in at the beginning stages? I want to give you a step-by-step. Again, yeah, I don't believe in fluff. A step-by-step way at this level when you're just getting started of knowing, should I put my money into this company or companies? You ready for this? I'm going to slow this down. Talk to me here as you are getting this. Here's the very first thing. I would highly suggest you not dump all your money into an individual company. Rather than that, and these things I'm going to share with you, you can use on any platform, right? TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Robinhood, Webull, whatever it is that you use. I want you to look into this and write this down. It's called an ETF. Okay? ETF. Put that in the chat. ETF. Those letters. ETF. Exchange Traded Funds. ETF. Here's why this is so important. Oh, Edwards. Last name Edwards. Good question. When will you know to tap out? I'm gonna answer that one too. Phenomenal question, right? In the beginning stages, here's how you know how to invest. I want you to look into look up ETFs, exchange traded funds. I would prefer you to put money into that starting off as opposed to an individual stock. Let's break it down. ETF, right? I'm saying in the chat. ETF. Look it up, right? Look it up. This is why this is so important. An ETF is a many, rather than investing in one company, you're investing in the top companies in any given sector. I'll make this super clear. You're investing in top companies in any given sector. What does that mean? Again, if you don't understand it, don't do it. Think about it this way. I really enjoy sports, right? So say we all had the opportunity to invest in the sports industry. Now, would you invest all of your money into one player doing well this season? Or would you put your money and say, you know what? If I could take the best teams in the NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL, whatever it is you like, if I can take the best players from the best teams and invest in them, I'll take that return. Which one would you put your money into? Would you bet or invest all of your money into one player doing absolutely well and hope they don't have any injuries and hope they score that night or whatever, or would you invest into the entire sports league and say, hey, I want the best of the best performers? Which one would you put your money into? Right? So I'm seeing it. People saying the team. I'll put my money into like the team. Here's why that's so important. Many times we say, you know what? I want to put my money into this one player because man, this one player is absolutely amazing. But what happens is, could that give you a possibly greater return? Possible, but I don't know about you, but you work too hard for your money to put all of your money into one person, right? But you can get the best of the best and get a solid investment over time. That's a winner. And so just for clarity, again, I don't want to give you all like all these specific things. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm gonna give you some key things to look up. Look up. This is, you can go on Yahoo Finance. You can go on Google, wherever else it is. Look this up. VOO. VOO. Look that up. VOO. Again, this is just an example. The VOO, right? It is an ETF, and what it does is it takes 500 companies, and over time, it puts good companies in and takes good other companies out, and is following the overall or these top 500 companies, and it follows and it tracks their performance, and it gives you that return over time. All right. This right here is an example of a solid way to begin to invest, right? Is you saying, I want to invest in this collective. Y'all see in the chat, I'm saying, I'm loving it. This collective aspect of investing, and it makes a huge difference when you do it in this way, right? With them, if you go on whatever platform you use, I've suggested some already. You can go into it with $50, $100, $150, or whatever it is. But remember, the key is to do it over time and to be consistent. This is the absolute way to be a winner in this area. So check this out. I want to give it to you in a way where you can really grab it and run with it. It takes a change in our mindset to do this. I really want you to understand this. It really, to do this consistently over time, yeah, keep dropping questions. Absolutely. It takes a different mindset. Like, do you really want to build wealth? Do you really want to provide a solid future for yourself and for your family? Because here's the reality. We put money into a lot of things that go down in value. And the reality is, we've done it for years. And it just keeps depreciating or going down in value. And what we've been taught in many occasions is to be entertained, but not to be educated. We're taught to get it, enjoy it, use it up, and then go get some more. But here's my approach to it is that cool. I could go and buy the new iPhone when it drops. When it drops actually this week, coming a week, right? They'll drop a new iPhone. This is how the mindset must shift. Y'all, I'm playing on games with y'all. This is my phone, right? My iPhone. I use the returns from my investment in Apple, right, to buy the iPhone. Phenomenal question. I'm coming to that. Phenomenal question. Do you invest when stocks are up or down, or does it matter? It definitely matters. I'm gonna answer that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I need to start that one. That's really good. I use the returns from my Apple stock to buy the iPhone. That's right, Greg. I'm allowing my investment in Apple. So Apple is buying my iPhone for me. Talk to me. Does that make sense? The returns, the profits from my Apple investment allow me to buy the Apple phone. Does that make sense to us? We want to get to the point where our investments are providing for us, not having to always pull from our earned income. Now, I love it. I love this last name, Edwards. Phenomenal question. It says, when investing, do you invest when stocks are up or down, or does it matter? Phenomenal question. It absolutely matters. This is what I want you to do. All right. Make sure we're good on time. Bet. Listen, this is what I want you to think about and what I want you to do. It absolutely matters. When you buy anything, any asset, something that goes up in value and puts money into your pocket, right? Assets, right? You want to buy when it's at a discount. What is a discount? Here's what you do. Are you ready for this? Right? This is simple, you all. Go to your Yahoo Finance, go to your Robinhood, or whatever platform you use. I've suggested many of them today. Go to it and look at something called an all-time high. Please put this in the chat. All-time high. Why is this so important? You're going to be able to see what is the all-time high price of this investment. Okay, what's the all-time high? Say the all-time high, just for numbers' sake, is $100, right? Say that's the price that's it. Put it in the chat, all-time high, right? Say the all-time high is $100. Now, I'm asking you a question. Check it out, Jonathan. Check it out. If the all-time high is $100, say the current price of that investment is currently at, let's say, $98. Would you buy that investment? I'm going to say it again. If the all-time high is 100 and it's currently trading or it's currently moving at $98 or $99, would you buy that investment today? Talk to me. Would you buy it? Would you buy it? The all-time high is 100. It's currently at 98, 97, 99. Would you buy it? Would you buy it? Talk to me in the chat. Y'all own it. I'm saying it. Absolutely not. You would not buy it. Here's why you would not buy it. I hope this helps all of us. You would not buy it because it's already peaked. Could it go higher? Absolutely. But you want to wait. Listen to this, fam. Hear me clearly here. You want to wait until it's 20, 25, 30% off, 40, 45% off. Then start incrementally putting your money into it. Are y'all listening to this? You don't buy at the ceiling. And here's a reality. Some of you are really good shoppers. You know, you may have never heard this before. I'm gonna give you how I process this. If you know how to look for deals in your clothing, you know, some of y'all have that major drip. Some of y'all got that, like y'all fashion game is on point. Your shoe game is on point. You into tech, you into whatever you into, your jewelry, your wigs, whatever else it is, you know how to find some good deals. Like, talk to me in the chat. Be real. You know how to find some good deals. You know how to buy it over here, buy it on this. And people think you spend all this money, but you know how to find good deals. Let me be clear. If you know how to do that, you can be a phenomenal investor because you already have the mentality. You just need to shift industries. You have to shift from being savvy and just consuming products and now be savvy in investing in your future. It's already, I see you, Q. It's a part of the, it's already a part of the process. Think about it. Would you buy if a neighborhood is selling homes and the homes are $400,000? Would you go in and they're asking you to buy for 400,000 or 405,000? Are you investing in that? Or you're patient and it could come to 380, 370, 360. Now when you buy it, right, you have equity. And now you can ride the wave of it back up. That's what we're after when it comes to investing. That's the game changer. That's the mentality that we have to have when it comes to investing. Listen, fam, I'm giving y'all what I've used for the past 12, 15 years of doing, and it works phenomenal. It requires patience. It's a different type of mindset, but it leads you to incredible gains. If I answered your question, talk to me right there. Yep. Yep. If you ask a question and I miss it and I missed it, make sure you put it in the chat. All right. We're about 40 minutes in. I told y'all to give me a solid 45, 50 minutes. And I have so much, listen, I have so much content to give you all. I'm not going to attempt to give it to you all at one time, but I do want to answer your initial questions, right? I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Bet. I'm saying it. Yes, they help. I got it. No doubt. If I miss your question, drop it in. Drop it in. I'm watching the screen now. Drop it in. I want to make sure I want to take our last 5 to 8 minutes or so and just answering your questions. Can we do that? I'm gonna pause what I have here. I want to answer your questions. What questions do you have as it pertains to investing? We're live. We're here. Let's get into it. Noah, phenomenal question. Noah asked about dividends. This is good. Dividends. What is a dividend? I'm gonna give you the short answer of this. It's really important. Here's what a dividend is. All right. There are companies, right, that as they make profit, they take a percentage and they pay you as an owner of that company. Did I hear that? A company, whatever the company is, right? They make profits, obviously. As an investor in that company, they will then pay you a percentage of those profits. Some companies do it monthly, some do it quarterly, some do it annually. They pay you a portion of those profits, right? So you keep your shares or your ownership and you're getting paid from the company. Are y'all hearing me? When's the last time someone sent you a check like just because, or made a direct deposit, not your company, but made a direct deposit into your account just because? Who's doing that? No, dividends is a way to grow your income on an annual, quarterly, etc. basis because they're paying you dividends. Earlier, I told you about the whole Apple position. When they pay me dividends, I'm taking that money and I can reinvest and buy more shares, or I can take that money and stack it and then go buy the new iPhone. Make sense? Absolutely. This is the benefits of ownership. Listen, fam. Listen, some of you are meeting me for the very first time tonight. I'm a very authentic, very candid guy. I'm all about how do I position myself in order to grow, to help other people, and how do I think like an investor? Something that I was not taught as a kid. I did not go to some big financial institution to learn all this. You're talking about someone who put in the time, the research, made many mistakes, and learned and grew through all of them. I hope that helps. That's dividends. Next question is, do you recommend, where is it? I just saw it. There it is. Do you recommend one platform over another? I don't. I don't. It's really all recommendations. They all the ones that I shared tonight, right? And there are others, but the ones I shared tonight are reputable. They're solid. As of today, they're solid. They're reputable. They are also ones that I've used. I'm not going to recommend something that I don't use, right? So all the ones I'll share with you all tonight, they work. They're easy to use. Here's the key. You ready for this? The key is, remember I said, do your research, buy it at a discount, be patient. But hey, what happens if it goes way higher and I don't get in? Be patient. It goes up and down. It comes down to levels and it bounces and goes back up. Be patient, buy it at a discount. And remember, incrementally buy it over time, right? Buy the ETF over time. All right. Really good. Really good. I like Kia said, I'll take one other question after this. What type of books or resources do you recommend we check out to gain more information to change our money mindsets? Phenomenal question. This is what I want to share. One thing is this. There's a site that is called Investopedia. You all may not have heard of this. Maybe you have. It's called Investopedia. I'm not even going to attempt to spell it. Somebody can put it in the chat if you want to give it a shot. I probably won't. You know what? Y'all don't know me like that. Some of y'all do. I am going to try it because I'm not scared. I'm not scared of anything. I'm not scared. Investopedia. Investopedia. I think that's right. Investopedia. Investopedia is a phenomenal resource of a phenomenal site to type in and use what I'm sharing tonight and go fact check it, right? Investopedia is one that is like super good when it comes to information, right? Investopedia is a good one. Right on. Did I get it? That's a good one. That one is very basic. Believe it or not, even things like don't front ones like investing for dummies and all that kind of stuff. That stuff has very good quality information in it. And also this, I made the commitment that I am going to share information on this channel to be a consistent place for you all to gain knowledge in this area. I'm committed to being a resource because I want to see you all continue to grow. If that makes sense, make sure you smashing that like button. Make sure you subscribing to this channel. I'm committing. I'm going all in, and I want you all to be able to say, man, we started this thing off together. Man, people in the chat, we started this thing together. We're gonna build this community together and grow, right? I'm gonna take one more question. I saw one. It says, are the different platforms based off your preferences or do they have different offerings? Very good question. So some platform now, if it's companies that are I'll say very popular, like I mentioned earlier, ones like VOO, different ETFs, companies such as Microsoft or Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Google, these companies, all the platforms are going to have those offerings. It may change when you get into some like international positions or things of that nature. That's where you may see different offerings, but the majority of things that are traded in the US, things of that nature, they're going to be across the board pretty much available on those platforms, right? That makes sense. That makes sense. This question is too good to pass up. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash it. If I start to lose money in a stock that pays dividends, could that affect my returns on dividends? So phenomenal question, right? If I start to lose money in a stock that pays dividends, could that affect my returns on dividends? You will be affected if that company changes what they do via dividends. So if a company is making money and they're profitable and they're growing, obviously they're most times they're going to continue to pay that dividend. They may choose to cut that dividend or cut a percentage of it and not pay out as much at different times. And so when that happens, that's something that can possibly affect your profits if they make that decision, which is really, really key as you're looking up companies to make sure. That's why I told you all earlier, you really want to identify these profitable places that have a long-term track record, because again, those are going to be the more solid plays. All right, makes sense? Listen, fam, we are just getting started. This is only the beginning. There's so much content that I want to share with us. Tonight was only the beginning. Here is our next steps. In fact, if you learn some things, if you enjoyed tonight, talk to me in the chat. Hopefully you already hit the like button already. You already subscribed already. Let me know for sure. If it's helping already, let me know. Let me know for sure. This is what we're going to do as some positive next steps. Make sure you are subscribed. Turn on that bell. I'm going to be dropping consistent videos. I'm going to be building a community that really focuses on, are y'all ready for this? That really focuses on finances and relationships. All right, y'all good. I'm telling you, I'm going to focus in on finances and relationships. These are two areas that I'm very passionate about. I have a lot of experience in, and I've done it on a particular level for a certain amount of time. And I know that it's time to take things to a new level. And so this is going to be something that we consistently do. Okay, hold up. I got to say this. Hold up. This already. Listen, last name Edwards. I got a new friend already. This was awesome. I don't feel lost like I was. This is the exact reason why we are going to do this. That comment right there is exactly why we're going to build this community. Great info for beginners. Absolutely. Listen, last name, is it Jester? Hopefully that's right. If I mess it up, please forgive me. I haven't heard you say it out loud, so I want to make sure I respect everyone's name. Listen, that's why we're going to start. Listen, I have some beginner, I have some intermediate, and I have some advanced information. But I want to make sure I start us off at the same playing field so that we can build this thing together and so that you all can build profitable futures, and hopefully you can help other people do the same. And so again, I'm committed to this area. Make sure, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Hey, share this with some people. Let's build this community together. I am committed. I am committed. I am committed. I want to see you grow. I want to see you learn. And I want us to change the wealth game together. Listen, I want to honor your time. I appreciate all the love, all the comments, all that good stuff. Listen, I refuse to stop, and I don't want you to stop. Do that research, put in the time, drop some comments, hit me up with a DM on social media if you have other questions or what have you. Let's build this thing together. Anthony, what's up, my man? Absolutely, man. Glad you came through tonight. Man, shout out to everyone coming through tonight. So very strong. My man Q invited awesome multiple people. I can't wait for the next one. Absolutely. We're after it now. We're dropping it. We're going for this thing together. Listen, much love to you all. Let's build this thing up together. I am out. Appreciate y'all. Be good. Have a phenomenal week. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I love it.